When I say money, what's the first thing that comes to mind? What's the first thing you think about? The first emotion you feel when you hear the word money? Do you feel abundant? Do you feel like there's plenty of it? Feel rich? You feel like you got enough of it? You feel like you don't have enough of it? You feel like money is scarce? Money is hard to come by. Money don't grow on trees. What do you feel when you see or hear the word money? Think about that. What kind of relationship do you have with money? Like, what's the dynamic? Is the dynamic where you need it and you chasing it, or you don't need it and it's chasing you? That simple reversal is all you need in order to move from a state of scarcity and lack to abundance. You got to change your relationship with money. You got to let it go. I know it sounds counterintuitive. I understand. But the longer you hold on to your attachment to money, the longer you're going to be in a state of misery, in a state of not having enough. You're never going to have enough money. Let me just tell you that straight up. If you're in a state of, I need money, if you need money, you will always need money. You're never going to come to a point where you're like, all right, I've collected enough money. I'm good now. That ain't how this shit work. You got to let go. Let go of your attachment to money. If you do that, you create an opportunity for money to realize, like, look at it like this. Look at money as if it's like, let's personify money. Let's give money a personality. Let's look at money as if it's a person that you're attracted to. This is somebody you want to talk to, you know what I'm saying? You want to get to know, stuff like that. Somebody that you're attracted to. You know what happens when you display your need for that other person? Like, you feel like, oh, I gotta have this person. I need this person. This person is, the most attractive person I've ever seen. I gotta have it. Gotta have them. It almost puts off an aura around you that's repellent. You're gonna repel the thing you want the most because you need it too bad. You need it. Anything that you need don't need you, nor does it want you. You've ever seen people chase after women or chase after men, and you hear the word that I'm using, chase, because the other person is running away. The other person is not attracted. Like, they're being repelled. Your strong attraction to this is repelling that away. And the longer you chase, the further away you repel this thing. It's the exact same thing with money. The longer you chase and have a desire and need for money, the further and further away you're going to repel it away from you. And sometimes you feel like, I'm getting close. You ain't. You not. So it's, the more you look at money as this thing that's outside of you that you need to have. I have to have it. I got to get it in order to become complete, in order to become whole, in order to become safe and secure, in order to become abundant. It's the same thing how I was asking you, who the fuck are you? Remember I asked you that? It's the same principles tied into money. If you are not somebody who is abundant and you are striving to become abundant, you're never going to be abundant because you've already set precedent to say, hey, look, this is who I am. A person who's not abundant, but I'm trying to be abundant. I'm trying to get some money. I ain't got no money, but I'm trying to get it. You looking at the money as if it's outside of you. And yes, the physical money, the currency, the cash, the bills we hold in our hands, the numbers in our bank account, those are things that are physical representations of what money actually is. Money is energy. Once you look at money in that aspect and you realize that money is only energy, you realize that money can't be captured. It can only be transferred. It just flows from one place to another. Money is water. What's water? Water's energy. It flows. So if you're able to understand the fact that money is literally energy and you're not trying to harness all the energy and keep it for yourself, that's when everything starts to change. Once you see, oh, I don't actually have to have money in my possession. And what I mean by that is I don't have to have a bunch of money stacked up in my savings account in order for me to feel like I'm abundant. I'm abundant already. I'm already abundant. I'm already rich. I'm already wealthy. I'm already financially secure. That's who I am. And so what happens is that's going to be the reflection outside of me. If my inner world is a certain way, it's going to match my outer world. You have to flip, you have to really change your relationship and the dynamic with you and money. Money can't be your everything because money ain't everything. Yes, we need to have money, but you can't be out here displaying your need and desire for money. It's literally like you seeing somebody that you're attracted to on the street. You stop them and start professing your love for them. It's the same principle. That's the same thing that's happening when you see money. When you feel like you need money, I need to have this. I gotta get this money. I need it. If I don't have it, then I'm nothing. If I don't have it, I'm gonna be broke. I'm gonna be in a state of poverty. Stop chasing down money. You scaring the hoes. That's the, that's the quote. I mean, that's the best way I could put it to you. You're scaring the hoes when it comes to you trying to get money. Stop scaring it off, man. You're coming on too strong. Money likes to be wooed. Money don't like to be chased, man. Money don't want you around here stalking it and trying to find out where it's at, watching it from outside the window and shit. Like that's not something that money finds attractive. That's not gonna bring money to you. It's not gonna bring more money to you. It's not, I promise you. You're gonna repel that shit far away from you. Don't do that. What needs to happen is you need to realize that I am abundant. I, energy, I attract money. I attract money. Money ain't something that needs to be collected. I know this sounds like I'm telling you some ridiculous shit. I promise you I'm not. I promise you if you just look at money in a whole different perspective, all you gotta do is change your perspective. It's crazy that this shit is like a paradox. The moment you stop needing money, the moment that you're not attached to money, like you completely detach, you're no longer in a state of I need this, I gotta have it, I desire it, I'm desperate for it. The moment you switch that off and you are in a state of I don't need money, that is the exact moment that money actually tracks you down. Money will come straight to you in expected and unexpected ways. If you leave the door open for that, if you shut off the door for that, if you say, hey, money can only come to me this way, well, you actually shutting off one of your funnel systems. You're shutting one side off. Like I can only get money this way. And you're limiting yourself. You're limiting yourself. All you have to do is what's happening is we're stepping right in the way, and we want to try to guide and control everything in every aspect. Oh, money gonna come to me this way and it's gonna that way, but not that way, but this way. And instead of just saying, look, I know I'm abundant and I know that money's attracted to me. I know that I attract money, and I know money loves to be around me. I know money knows that I know how to take care of it. I know how to spend it. I know how to save it. I know what to do with money. Because when I'm saving money not with the intentions of I gotta hoard as much money as possible in order to save my life, in order to be in a state where I'm comfortable, where I don't have to worry about anything. No, that's not why I save money. I save money with an intention. This is what this is for. This is what that is for. I have a goal. This is my goal. Not because I have to have a undesired, unquoted amount. Like most of you motherfuckers that save money, you don't even know how much you actually want to save. You just, hey, as much as I can is what you would probably say if I asked you how much money you trying to save.
As much as I can. I gotta be prepared. I gotta, in case something happens.
Hey, listen, I understand wanting to plan and be prepared in that aspect, but it's the intention that's fucking you over. It's the intent, your intention to be prepared and ready for whatever, and try to have enough money put away that will save you from any turmoil or anything that's going wrong. You are putting yourself at a disadvantage when you look at this shit that way. That's all I'm asking you to do is change your perspective. I'm not really asking you to change your habits unless you got some shitty habits where you overspend. You need to change that. But what I'm saying is saving money and doing things with money differently with a different intention. Like when you're spending money, how do you feel when you spend money? Like when you're paying for bills and when you're paying for food at the restaurant or when you're buying stuff, how do you feel when you're spending money? Do you feel like, fuck, I gotta spend this amount? I'm gonna lose this amount when you're buying something or when you're doing something with the money? I gotta pay this bill again. Like, do you feel that way about money? Well, I feel like you're gonna lose the battle with money. You're gonna establish the mindset that I don't have enough. Now you're going back to being in a state of scarcity. If you're spending money like that, like as soon as the money leaves your hand, it's like it's struggling for the transfer. And that's not how it works. Remember, I'm telling you that money is energy. So if you're creating friction in the transfer, you're going to create friction for it to transfer back to you. You see what I'm saying? If there's a clear path for the channels to exchange, hey, I'm spending money on this, it's going out. No, it's coming right back on this other end, coming right back. I got a clear channel. The flow, I got a clear flow of money. Money in, money out, money in, money out. I'm just standing right here in the riverbank. Money's flowing through me, money flowing around me. That's how it needs to be. It don't need to be you standing in the riverbank like a fucking beaver, you know what I'm saying, and putting logs and trying to block and jam up the money as it's coming in. I want to keep all the money right here. No. Get those logs out the way and stand right there in the riverbank and let the money flow to you. Let it flow to you. Let it flow from you. Don't be afraid of money flowing from you. Don't be afraid of spending money or money leaving you, leaving your possession. Like you think that money is leaving you for good. No, it's energy. So it's just in a constant flow. It's just flowing. That's all that it does. All you got to do is be standing in the right spot. And you're not going to be standing in the right spot if you chasing money. If you're out here trying to chase it down, you hawking money down. Instead of you just sitting back and let money come to you. Let money come to you. And do not get me confused. Don't get me confused. Please do not confuse yourself and think that I'm telling you that you ain't got to take any actions, that you ain't got to do shit. All you got to do is sit on your ass and money's going to come to you. Absolutely not. No, I'm sorry. If you thought that this was going to be one of them videos that'll tell you some shit that you want to hear like that, you are sadly mistaken. You cannot sit on your ass and expect everything to happen for you. It's not how it works. If you watch episode 3, 2, I don't know. Watch one. Matter of fact, watch all of them. Watch all the videos, okay? In one of them videos, I am actually telling you that there's 3 planes of existence and they all have to be synchronized. Spiritual, mental, physical. So if you just being spiritual and mental and praying and thinking about, hey, money's coming to me, but you ain't doing nothing, you're probably getting, if you're doing the S and the M, you're doing spiritual and mental, you're probably getting intuition, you're probably getting things that's nudging you in the direction of to get the things you want. So if, hey, I want to get more money. I want to make more money. I want to double my income. And you've set in your intentions for more income. Like you've already become more income. Look, see, I'm putting you in the process. Here's the process. If your goal is to have more money, you want to double your income, triple your income, whatever it is, you first have to become more money. So I'm a person that makes more money. This is who I am. So now I am able to start to think about, what does a person who makes more money, what do they do? How do they behave? What is their mindset? And once you adopt those things, once you say, okay, these are now me, these things that I'm thinking about that represent this person, this is me now. This is everything that I'm thinking about this is me. This is what it is. So what happens when that becomes you, now you start to get the intuition of somebody who makes more money. And you know what you do with the intuition of somebody who makes more money? You act on it. You trust it. You're going to be nudged in different directions on to do something. Hey, maybe I should apply for this job, quit this job, start this business, do this, do that. All you got to do is listen. It's the physical. That's when you take an action. Just follow the guidance. You're being guided. Just follow it. You don't have to, if you feel like you have to write out a plan on how to get there, go for it. But I'm telling you, you're going to be guided on where you need to go. I promise you, you're going to feel though, once you say, this is me, and you take on the role of somebody that's making more money, this is you, even though it's not represented into your physical world, like you don't see it outside of you, even though you don't see it yet, but you already feel like you are there. You've accepted that that's who you are. You are going to be guided to get to the point where it's manifested into your physical. More money is manifested into your physical. And you speed up the entire process and you open up the realm for more possibility if you say, I do not know how it's going to happen, but it's going to happen, because you don't need to know how. The how is completely unimportant. You don't need to know how. You don't. That's the least of your worries. How? But that's something that people fall into a trap of, is how. Well, how's that going to happen? How am I going to get there? How? Listen, get rid of that out of your vocabulary. You don't need to know how. I promise you, you don't need to know how. If you've already done the other work, if you already done the S and the M, and you've been acting on the P, pause, I promise you, you are going to get what you want. You are going to get what you want. Because once you do S and P and you've begun to detach from what it is that you want, it's another step. You have to detach from the thing that you want. You can want something and be detached from it. I promise you it makes sense. I can want this to happen, but not be obsessed with how it's going to happen, when it's going to happen, if it's going to happen. I don't care. I'm detached. I just know this is what I want and it's going to happen. This is what I would like to be and it's going to happen. And because I've become it already, all I got to do is say, this is what I want to be, and be it. I don't know why we look at money like it's some type of Rubik's Cube. Like you got to figure it out in order for it to start to flow to you. No, you just get out the way. Stop trying to control. It's like you're standing in a river and you're trying to guide the flow of money with your hands. And you're just splashing around. Just be still. In a mental aspect, be still. I believe that's in the Bible somewhere if we want to get into some scriptures, you know. I'm not a religious person, but there is a lot of there's a lot of jewels in all of the religious texts, in all of them. But I believe that there is some esoteric knowledge within all of them. But a lot of people are being fed exoteric knowledge, and that's some surface shit that for another video. But if you want more money, man, to the previous video, be more money. Be more money. You know, I feel like, you know, I always give you another side of it. I don't ever want to just be a listen to me. You ain't gotta listen to me. Cool.
What do I do if I have a fear of not having enough money?
You have a fear of not having enough money because you believe that money was going to make you enough. See, what we do, or what has been done, most likely, you've been programmed to believe that money represented a certain energy within you. Maybe it was self-acceptance, maybe it was security, maybe it was peace, maybe it was happiness, whatever it was. So now the ego creates an identity around it because there's actually a wound. And a wound is where you have distorted your self-concept. You have put yourself into something on the outside. So you really don't have a fear of not having enough money. It's the fear of, if I don't have enough money, then I won't be good enough. So when you become okay and you tackle the wound of not being good enough through self-acceptance, through seeing yourself as that which you truly are, when you do that, money becomes obsolete. You will detach from it. And here's the paradox. When you detach and let go of the money because you didn't need it anymore to be enough, at that moment, that money will hunt you down.
Let the money go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it flow. There's no reason for you to be chasing money. Zero. The moment you decide, I'm going to stop chasing, that's when money stops running. Turns around and says, hey, come here. Money's like, hey, I'm fucking with you now. Come here. Oh, you don't need me. You don't need me? All right. Let me show you. Let me show you how much you need me. And that's kind of how I look at it, like that. Like, money's like, you don't need me? You need me, man. I'm here. I come. And it comes over and you're like, I really don't need you. You're welcome to be over here. I don't need you. Man, I'm going to show you. You need me. And then it starts telling his friends, hey, come on, man. Let's. Money attracted more money. Hey, come on, man. This somehow he don't need us, man. You don't need money? All right. And next thing you know, you got a fucking stockpile of money. You got so much money, you can't even spend it all. When you release attachment to money, you allow it to flow to you more freely with less stress. Release your financial anxiety. Release your dependency. You don't need the shit. That's all I got for you.